biggest challenges facing any business is cash flow management. Get it right and it can be the secret to your success. Get it wrong and you might not have a business. My name is Chris MacManus, Managing Director of MacManus Asset Finance, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about one of the most popular forms of cash flow finance, invoice finance. So what is invoice finance? You may have come across factoring and confidential invoice discounting phrases before. Now, in all their forms, invoice finance does one really important thing. It gives you access to the cash that's currently tied up in the invoices that you've raised for work you've done, but you've not yet been paid for. It may be because you have credit terms with your clients, 30, 60, 90 days or whatever, but in any event, that money should be in your bank account and it isn't, and that's restricting your cash flow. So with an invoice finance facility, you'll get immediate access to somewhere between 80 and 90% of your invoice value immediately. That money can be used then to pay your wages, pay your rent, fuel your vehicles, run your business as you should be. And then when your client does pay in 30, 60, 90 days, the remaining balance will get paid to you less a deduction for the cost of the service. That costs somewhere in the region of between maybe 1 and 3% of the total invoice value. A lot of people get put off thinking that they only get 70, 80, 90% of the invoice, but that's not true. You lose about maybe 1 to 3%. That's the typical cost of an invoice finance facility. So there are three main ways of invoice financing: factoring, invoice discounting, and chocks. Let's look at each one. So we'll start with factoring. So factoring is one of the most popular forms of invoice finance. You raise your invoice to your customer as normal, but instead of your bank details, it has the bank details of your invoice finance provider. So this is what's known as a disclosed facility, because your client will see that you're using that facility. That can be a challenge for some business, but not all. When you raise that invoice and your client's accepted it, you're able then to draw down the funds immediately, 80 to 90%, whatever the invoice finance provider has agreed for you. In addition to that, they will typically provide you with a credit control service where they will chase your clients for invoice payments. And again, that may be a challenge, something you may want to talk to them about, or maybe something you'd like to look at differently. And that's where the second product comes in, which is chocks. So chocks is a very similar product to factoring. Chocks is CHOCS. It stands for Customer Handles Own Collection Service. It works exactly like a factoring facility, except you don't pay for the credit control facility that the factoring provider would typically provide for you. So basically, you do your own debt collecting, you ring up your clients chasing payment if they haven't paid. Obviously, the longer the payment is outstanding, the more you're being paid. So it's in your interest to try and get them to pay as soon as possible. So if you like the flexibility of managing your client relationships, you may know some that need a more delicate approach, then chocks as a facility is something you might want to have a think about. So last up, it's confidential invoice discounting. It works exactly the same as the other facilities, except it is confidential. Your clients don't know you're using that facility, so you invoice as normal with your bank details at the bottom of the invoice. And when your customer pays, they're paying to your bank account. But with one important difference: when you raise that invoice, you're able to register that or log it with your invoice finance's provider's ledger and draw down whatever percentage they've agreed, 80 to 90% typically, immediately. So because of the nature of the facility, it's something that the invoice finance providers tend to only offer to larger customers. So typically with a million turnover plus. If you're below that level, you're unlikely to be offered an invoice discounting facility, just because of the nature of the risk and the fact that it's something that tends to be reserved for larger clients. So again, if you're in that position, invoice discounting, you don't want your clients to know you're using a facility, then confidential invoice discounting may be the way to go. So if you currently use invoice finance, or if you're new to it and you're interested in seeing if it can help benefit your business, we'd be delighted to help you. So how do you get in touch with us? You can call us on 01443 800 621, or you can email info@macmanus.finance. I will start a conversation with you, understand what it is your challenges are, where you are as a business, and then we'll start to flesh out exactly how we can be best placed to help you and guide you to the most suitable funder. And then what we'll do is we will look to put 2 or 3 offers to you from lenders that we think are most suitable for you. You can then choose which of those is best suited. You can speak to the lenders directly and then form your own opinion as to which of those is going to be the best partner for you moving forward. Ultimately, we want to make sure we get you the best price and the best product and the best service, because it's not just price-led. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the back end of it. And it's really important that the lender you choose is one that you can be working with closely and able to engage with properly moving forward. So why would you want to choose working with us? Well, lots of reasons, but one of the big ones is we operate a fee-free guarantee. We do not charge you any fees at all for our brokerage service. We will work for you completely free, completely without obligation, until we deliver you a service that you're delighted with. And then we don't charge you anything after that either. We get paid commission by lenders for successfully placing business. So we only get paid if we deliver for you a facility that you're delighted with. So, it's really important for us that we get you something that's going to work for you, be price competitive, and deliver for you in the long term. In addition to that, we're FCA registered. Not every broker is, and that's really important in terms of ethics and how we provide good evidence our good quality of service to our customers. And finally, we are the 2024 Business Moneyfacts Asset Finance Broker of the Year, which is voted for by our business customers, and we were recognised as providing high level of customer service, and we won the award for the UK this year. So if you would like to get in touch with us, if you'd like to speak with you, it's 01443 800 621, or you can email us at info@macmanus.finance. Thank you very much.